And I am back, hopefully, and I have got all the kinks worked out. Yeah, that was screwed up. Brave was just totally frozen. Couldn't do anything with it. So I had to completely shut everything down, restart, and start back up. So I believe we have everything cranking. Let me make sure we're at where we're supposed to be. Everything's fed. I believe we are. So we are back on track, folks, and I'm going to dive right in, right where I left off. So this is part two of Christopher Allen Hauser, Sovereign Citizen. So we were going through the liens that they filed, who they filed them against. And we were down here where we had just finished up where Chris had filed his liens. And it's lastly Usinger. And this goes down to this is addressing the whole exhibits. And I'm scrolling through this slowly so you can, glance at it. Okay. Now, this is where we're going to start right here. We have to go to this date because this is what it's referencing, March of 2014. Around the same time of March 2014, Mr. Birdsell met Defendant Cooper and a few of the other defendants at a meeting of what? Quote, the Knoxville Patriots at a restaurant in Knoxville, Tennessee. At these meetings, the people in attendance researched law. After one of these meetings, Mr. Birdsell told Defendant Cooper about his legal problems. Defendant Cooper's response was, well, that's $4 million. Defendant Cooper said that he could teach Mr. Birdsell how to represent himself. Though Defendant Cooper did not hold himself out to be a lawyer, he told Mr. Birdsell that he represented people. Defendant Cooper told Mr. Birdsell that he charged $6,500 for his help in filing liens. Mr. Birdsell gave Defendant Cooper $500 in cash that night, but eventually paid him the full $6,500 in exchange for help with filing liens. Defendant Cooper instructed Mr. Birdsell to go home and type up a statement of facts and send them to Defendant Cooper via email. Defendant Cooper and Mr. Birdsell corresponded occasionally about the matter, but they never went to court. Mr. Birdsell explained that he merely filled out the paperwork as instructed by Defendant Cooper. On one occasion, Mr. Birdsell met Defendant Cooper and Defendant Usinger at a library, and Defendant Cooper filed documents on a computer. Mr. Birdsell used his credit card to pay the fees associated with the filing of the documents. The filing fee was $15 for each document. The state introduced testimony from some of the alleged debtors of each defendant. Only two of these witnesses testified that they actually knew Defendant Hauser, including his ex-wife and attorney Jeffrey Green. None of the witnesses claimed to have a financial arrangement either as a borrower or a lender with Defendant Hauser. The state also introduced testimony from various people named on liens filed by Defendant Cooper. Again, none of the witnesses testified that they personally knew Defendant Cooper. Okay, and it's the same thing over and over with each defendant. They don't know these people. They've never dealt with them, never done business with them, have no idea why these liens are being filed against them. That would be the complainants. Okay, and this is each defendant. This is their conviction, what they're convicted for. This is their sentence. Here's Hauser. Hello? Hello? Yes. I'm doing. Okay, I'm doing a live show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, call me in an hour. Yep. Yeah. You're welcome. Bye-bye. Just like I tell you guys, okay, that was somebody from Florida. I'll just call me out of the blue. I answer my phone. That's how it happens. That's what real people do. They answer their phone. They put their phone number out there so people can call them and talk to them. They don't hide. I don't hide. I'm very transparent about what I do. All right. So as you can see about what all Christopher Hauser did, All right, 21 counts of flattering fraudulent liens, 21 counts of forgery. You got 2 years for each conviction of the fraudulent lien, 20 years for each conviction of the forgery. They were run CC, which means concurrently, not consecutively, which means they ran together. And one, he didn't have to do one and then go to the other. That would be stacked. Consecutive. There's Defendant Lyons, Defendant Uzinger. Here we go. We're getting into the nitty-gritty good part. We're fixing to get down here to some real live quotes by Christopher Allen Hauser. After sentencing, each of the defendants filed a motion for new trial. All of the defendants, with the exception of Defendant Hauser, filed at least one amendment to their original motion for a new trial. Some of the defendants filed more than one amendment. Defendant Hauser argued that, number one, the trial court erred by denying the motion to dismiss for lack of venue. That'd be lack of jurisdiction. Number two, the trial court erred by dismissing the motion to dismiss the forgery counts on the basis of double jeopardy. Number three, the trial court erred in denying the motion for judgment of acquittal, especially due to the notable absence of alleged victims James Norman Acuff, Lou Ann Ballou, Chancellor Telford Fogarty, Raquel Hatter, Howard Hogan, Judge Ben Hooper, Peggy Lane, Michael Menifee, and Judge O. Dwayne Sloan, counts 99 through 132 of the indictment. Number four, the trial court erred by affixing dollar amounts to the outside of the exhibit folders. Number five, the trial court erred by allowing witnesses to testify regarding consequences of the liens rather than actual damages. Number six, the trial court erred by refusing to allow a medical expert to testify on Defendant Hauser's behalf. Okay, I don't know why we need a medical expert in a forgery and filing fraudulent liens case, but okay. Maybe he's trying to get mentally incompetent. Who knows? The evidence was insufficient to support the convictions and the sentences were excessive. That sure is a lot in a motion for a new trial. Sounds like you're arguing grounds of error on appeal, basically. Maybe I should have done some interlocutory appeals, like on the venue issue, but you didn't do that, did you? Because you didn't use the right trial strategy because you're a legal moron, Christopher Allen Hauser. What you get when you get a public defender and you can't afford to go get you a real attorney or can't stand on your own square. I'm telling y'all are listening to a legal moron, so. All right. Here we go. We're getting down here. Getting. Okay, because this is their arguments. These are the other defendants, the co-defendants. See, they brought up Hauser because he brought up this freaking litany. Boom. That's what all he filed. These guys, you know, same thing. They're all arguing all this crap. So, on appeal, each defendant raises several issues for the first time. To complicate appellate review, some issues were abandoned or framed in different language by first one defendant and then another. Because they're not using proper legal terminology. Because they're morons. And of course, they start with the first one, our illustrious Christopher Allen Hauser. Defendant Hauser argues that the evidence is insufficient to support his forgery convictions, that the trial court improperly commented on the evidence affixing labels to the outside of the file folders and held exhibits, and that his sentence was excessive. Okay, folks, look, on appeal, Defendant Hauser argues that the evidence is insufficient to support his forgery convictions. Boom, there's one argument. That the trial court improperly commented on the evidence by affixing labels to the outside of the file folders that held exhibits. That's number two. And number three, that his sentence was excessive. Where do you see this file? Right here, number 1. Where do you see that? Trial court erred by denying the motion to dismiss for lack of venue. That should be motion to dismiss indictment or quash indictment due to lack of jurisdiction. However, dumbass Chris Hauser, as I addressed in the part 1 video, he admitted his guilt. Oh, we didn't file him in Davidson County. We filed him over there in Cook County. Oh, you did? Okay. Why do we need to even have a trial then? But they did. They gave him due process, due course of law. All right. So there it is. So Chris abandoned the jurisdictional issue right there in his motion for new trial. Boom, DOA, abandoned it. However, a jurisdictional defect can be raised at any time at any proceeding. Law of the land, United States Supreme Court. So at any stage of the proceeding, doesn't matter where you're at on your direct appeal, petition discretionary review, writ of certiorari, state writ of habeas corpus, federal writ of habeas corpus, another writ of certiorari, writ of mandamus, in any of those, at any level, at any time, you can bring up a jurisdictional defect. Absolutely. But is it going to hold water? Does it have any legal basis in fact? And of course, it doesn't. So that was abandoned. Never brought up on appeal, never brought up in the Tennessee Supreme Court. So again, Christopher Allen Hauser is a liar. Okay? When he tells you he's not a sovereign citizen, he's a liar. When he tells you he brought up jurisdiction, he's challenging jurisdiction, he's a liar. He's a legal moron. So let's keep going down here, get back to where we were. As we said, on appeal, Christopher Allen Hauser argues that the evidence is insufficient to support his forgery conviction. Didn't even bring up the other one, that the trial court improperly commented on the evidence by affixing labels to the outside of the file folders that held the exhibits, and that was to put the monetary amount on there. And the argument should be that it prejudiced the minds of the jurors and inflamed them. Okay, inflamed the minds of the jurors by prejudicing, and that his sentence was excessive. So we'll move on. We're not going to address the co-defendants, their arguments, because we're just here talking about Chris Hauser. So analysis. What we're going to talk about here, jurisdiction, folks. Venue. Jurisdiction. That's exactly what we're talking about. On appeal, defendants Cooper, Liens, Cromwell, and Usinger, you see there's no Chris Hauser in there, claim that the trial court erred by denying the motion to dismiss based on improper venue in Davidson County. This motion cites Tennessee Rule Criminal Procedure 8, but points to language that appears in Tennessee Rule Criminal Procedure 18. Defendant Usinger, Cooper, and Cromwell also argue that the Waffle House shooting, which we're going to get to here in a minute, took place the morning the defendant's trial started. Mandated a change of venue because the, quote, criminal suspect and his potential affiliation to the sovereign nation, close quote, painted the defendants as domestic terrorists. The defendants also argue that the state failed to prove venue at trial. The state, on the other hand, disagrees, insisting that the state properly proved at trial that at least one element of each offense took place in Davidson County. A pretrial motion to dismiss for lack of venue. Okay, this should be motion to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction, what it should be called. According to Article 1, Section 9 of the Tennessee Constitution, an accused must be tried in the county in which the crime was committed. Tennessee Constitution, Article 1, Section 9. See also Tennessee Rules of Criminal Procedure 18A. Okay. Except as otherwise, and this is the quote straight from this procedure, rule right here. Except as otherwise provided by statute or by these rules, offenses shall be prosecuted in the county where the offenses were committed. Proof of venue is necessary to establish the jurisdiction of the court, but it is not an element of the offense and need only be proved by preponderance of the evidence in the case in chief. You did hear that, right? Case in chief, because trials are bifurcated trials. You have the phase one, the guilt and innocence phase, and then you have phase two, the punishment or sentencing phase. Legal morons. And that's a State versus Hutcherson. That's a Tennessee case. And then what you're not going to see in here is a Alaska case, a California case, a U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals case. You're going to see all Tennessee stuff. Because guess what? They're in Tennessee. Holding that proof of venue is necessary to establish the jurisdiction of the court. Go. Jurisdiction. Okay. Proof of venue is necessary to establish jurisdiction. There's the key term right there, folks. Jurisdiction. That is not an element of any offense. No person may be convicted of an offense unless venue is proven by preponderance of the evidence. Venue can be established by the introduction of direct evidence, circumstantial evidence, or both. The jury is entitled to draw reasonable inferences from the evidence. Moreover, venue is a question for the jury to determine from the evidence in the case. Here, defendants were charged with forgery in violation of Tennessee Code annotated sections 39-14-114-B1B. The offense required the state to prove the defendants made false entries in the books of records and that these false entries had a value amount attached to each one. Additionally, defendants were charged in separate and distinct with fraudulently filing a lien in violation of Tennessee Code annotated section 39-17-117A1. This offense required the state to prove in part that the defendants knowingly prepared, signed, or filed any lien or other document. In order to establish venue, the state had to prove that the crimes at issue were committed in Davidson County, at least one element. So that wasn't hard to do. Arguing, basically. Baseless arguments. All right, here we go. Change of venue. Defendant. This is where it gets good, folks. This is the good stuff. This is the center of the Tootsie Pop. We're there. Defendants Usinger, Cooper, and Cromwell. Okay. Claim on appeal that the trial court abused its discretion in denying a motion to change venue filed by defendant Cromwell prior to trial. In the motion, defendant Cromwell indicated that, and I quote, an alleged sovereign citizen, close quote, killed several people at a Waffle House in Nashville on the day prior to the start of the defendant's trial. The Waffle House tragedy resulted in a heightened media stir with some publicity regarding sovereign citizens, a group with which the defendants were alleged to have associated. Defendant Cromwell argued that the trial should be moved to a different venue to avoid prejudice. A discussion on the motion on the morning of the trial seemed to indicate that Defendant Hauser joined in the motion, at least orally. However, the technical record does not reflect that either Defendant Usinger or Defendant Cooper joined in the motion or filed their own motion to change venue either pre-trial or otherwise. In general, criminal defendant must be tried in the county where the offense was committed. Tennessee Rule Criminal Procedure 18A. However, a trial court may order a change of venue when a fair trial is unlikely because of undue excitement against the defendant in the county where the offense was committed for any other cause. The decision whether to grant citations omitted. I'm omitting the citations. That's what you see. That's what you would see. There would be parentheses and it would say in italics, citations omitted. All right. I'm doing this to make it faster. The decision whether to grant a defendant's motion for change of venue rests within the sound discretion of the trial court and will not be reversed on appeal absent abuse of discretion. The mere fact that jurors have been exposed to pretrial publicity will not warrant a change of venue, nor will prejudice be presumed on the mere showing of extensive pretrial publicity. In order to obtain relief on a claim that the trial court improperly denied a motion for change of venue, a defendant must demonstrate that the jurors who actually sat were biased or prejudiced against him. When a defendant seeks a change of venue, they shall file a motion at the earliest date after which the cause for change of venue is alleged to have arisen pursuant to Tennessee Rules of Criminal Procedure 21C. If a defendant fails to take whatever action was reasonably available, the issue is waived. Because defendants Cooper and Usinger failed to file a motion requesting a change of venue, this issue is waived. Defendant Coopers and Usinger raised this issue in their motion for new trial, but never actually requested the relief themselves. Moreover, on appeal, they failed to cite any legal authority to support their position as required by Tennessee Court of Criminal Appeals Rule 10b. Issues which were not supported by citations to authorities will be treated as waived in this court. As to defendants Cooper and Usinger, the issue is waived. As to defendant Cromwell, we determined that the trial court did not abuse its discretion. The trial court reviewed an article in the USA Today newspaper that claimed that the Waffle House shooter, quote, referred to himself as a sovereign citizen, close quote. However, the trial court emphasized the court's pretrial ruling that the, quote, trial would not include information about whether any of the defendants were alleged sovereign citizens, close quote. The trial court determined that the news coverage of the unrelated shooting did not provide a, quote, basis to change venue, close quote. From our review of the lengthy record, we do not observe any direct use of the term, quote, sovereign citizen, close quote, that would link any of the defendants to the Waffle House shooter or the group as a whole. Moreover, defendant Cromwell does not point to any specific instances of prejudice in the record that would have precluded him from receiving a fair trial. Instead, he cites one authority, State versus Hoover, and makes a vague reference to defendant Hauser's defense theory that the liens were filed, quote, because they were sovereign citizens, close quote, to support his claim that the trial court erred denying his change of venue. Can I stop now? Did we not get a quote? It makes vague references to defendant Hauser's defense theory that the liens were filed, again, admitting guilt, because they were what, folks? They were sovereign citizens, close quote. Thank you, Christopher Allen Hauser, for your quote today. I really appreciate you getting out there and telling the world that you're a sovereign citizen and that you tried to get out of your case by twice admitting your guilt and that you're a sovereign citizen. And that you've repeatedly lied to people over and over and over and over. How many times do I have to make another Chris Hauser video before you people wake up and snap and go, oh my God, he's a liar. He is a sovereign citizen. And it came out of his own mouth. There you go, folks. Y'all want to play? Y'all want to play stupid games with stupid people and win stupid prizes? Y'all keep getting out there. Y'all gonna win some stupid prizes. So don't be surprised when you win a stupid prize. When you fuck around and find out, yeah, you're going to fuck around and find out. I'm telling you. Would you like me to continue? I don't know what to tell you guys. Let me go see if what's going on over here. I ain't even looked at the chat. I don't have a clue. I didn't even look at the chat in the other one. There's probably even nobody in the chat. I'm just talking to myself on Sunday afternoon. I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to do it. Going to continue to do it because this is fun. Hey, Chad, how you doing, brother? I guess you're the only one over there. That's all I see is one, like two people watching, 11. Yeah. Well, thank you for that, Chad. So what do y'all think, man? Give me y'all's comments. What y'all think about Christopher Hauser and his little sovereign citizen movement and his, continued lies over and over and over about who he is and what he's really about. Because let me tell you, okay, I can give you the Chris Hauser story. I guarantee you, I'm the only person in this world that read every thread in his original Telegram room from day one, the first initial post, up until, oh God, where did I go? Over 6 months. I think, was it like in 190 something days? Every post. And you know what I was looking for? Chris told everybody, you'll get something in 45 days. The 1099A, if you're trying to get a car, whatever, 45 days. Well, Chris, I was there at 46, 47, 48, 90, 91, 92, 120, 180. Not one posting of anybody that ever got anything. Not one. It became ridiculous. And I tried to tell you guys then, and y'all wouldn't listen. And then the Jarretts got created. And then, boom, they abandoned the 1099A process. They're Texas real estate agents. You know how many people are moving to Texas right now? If you're not making money in the real estate agent as a real estate, in real estate as a real estate agent today in Texas, you don't need to be a realtor. You need to get out of that. You need to go do something else, because you should be making money like hand over fist. Absolutely. Yeah. But, we've seen this over and over and over and over. How did Chris get his knowledge? Well, obviously, he was an admitted sovereign citizen. He had filed the UCC-1 lien. When you go to prison, or you go to jail, and you mention all these keywords, straw man, sovereign citizen, birth certificate, bond, UCC, all these buzzwords. What? What do you know? You got to get out of here? You got the secret? You got the documents we need? You got friends that you didn't even know you had. Yeah, they want to know what you know. He was already had the notoriety. They had already read about him in the newspaper before he even got to prison. They had seen him on the news before he got to prison. When he got to prison, he's already famous in Tennessee. So he's commingling with all these other people in this little private sovereign citizen, redemption, secured party, all those people, all mingling. They're meeting in the law library, church, and gym, recreation, and wherever they can meet, talk and trade notes, and compare documents, and talk about how they can, finagle this, get this in, get this copied, or file this, whatever. Okay. And I know because I did this when I was in prison. And I actually came out with the 1099 OID process from, I think it's 2003, 2004. I actually have the 2000, that year, those forms with the template printed out in red to show you exactly how to do the 1099 OID process, which works. You will get a check from the Treasury. for a lot of money. But you better know what to do with it. Otherwise, you're going to end up at the BOP, the Bureau of Prisons. Absolutely. So I already know everything, okay, of what he went through, because I went through it way before he did. In fact, I went through it so bad that when the administration, the prison officials, ran in on me and locked me up and started looking through my material, they went, "What? Hello? FBI? Yeah, y'all need to come down here and investigate this paperwork we have from this vendor." Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh yeah, we'll see you in a minute. Hello? Secret Service? Yeah, we need you to come down here to Win Unit. Yeah, we got some paperwork you need to look at. Okay. Hello? Postal Inspector? Yeah, we need you to come down to Win Unit. Yeah, okay, bye. Hello? IRS? Yeah, you need to send an investigator to the Win Unit. We got some paperwork you need to investigate. Oh yeah, absolutely. Been there, done it. So when I see people like this that are out here just talking shit, lying to you, bona fide, 100% legal morons, no business talking about law to anybody, couldn't argue their way out of a paper bag, has no clue what he's doing. He's still fighting in the Tennessee Supreme Court. That's just dead. They're fixing to issue a mandate if they haven't already issued a mandate. If you don't know what a mandate is, that's when you've exhausted your direct appeal. Okay. And they issue a mandate. I believe it's 120 days by operational law. And that's it. That's a final, boom, final nail in the coffin. That's a wrap. Direct appeal's over. Now it's time to move on to the next step. You know the next step? Because you missed some steps, actually. You didn't know what you were doing. See, you should have befriended Fearless Floyd, because Fearless Floyd could have walked you through the whole process, told you exactly what to do, how to do it, when to do it. I've done it dozens of times. But you didn't. You wanted to go out there and you wanted to lie to everybody. Run your little whatever you're doing. So y'all can sit there and think, oh, Chris is a great guy. He's generous. He doesn't charge anybody for anything. Well, you know, I don't know. Is getting lied to? Is that, how much value do you place in that? How much value do you like wasting listening to somebody's video who's taking you nowhere, who hasn't done one provable thing, who's repeatedly lied to you, which I've expressed and shown to you repeatedly, who this fucking clown is. And he's a sovereign citizen. Do not for one fucking second think he's not. I've shown it to you, proved it to you in his own words. So for all of you out there who want to say that this word, sovereign citizen, is an oxymoron, it doesn't exist. Chris Hauser's not a sovereign citizen. He's never admitted that. I just proved it. So, as I do with anybody and everybody, and I always do on every one of my shows, you know, I will take the oath that I swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but truth, so help me God. Thank you, divine creator, for blessing me and giving me the life that I have. Chris, again, for at least the dozenth time, please come on my show and we can have a nice, rational, mature talk about all the things that you've done and haven't done, and all these allegations that you claim that, you know, you've done and have and whatever. And we can put them out here on Front Street and let everybody determine whether or not you are truthful. And of course, you're going to come under oath, because we wouldn't want hearsay on the record, would we? Because this is how I roll, folks. Get anybody out there to do a video under oath and put their phone number, cell phone number. Call me. That easy. You want to know why I'm not invited on other people's shows? You want to know why most people won't come on my show? This is the home of the truth. the home of the brave, home of the free. Because the truth will set you free. And I'm tired of listening to the lies, chasing lies, following this, following that, spending money, watching stupid videos that don't take you anywhere, don't achieve anything. I hope you are too. You guys have no idea what the fuck is really going on in this community, in the private community. It's insane what I'm getting on the back end and hearing the stories that I'm hearing. Yeah, it's pretty scary what's going on. Y'all don't know. I'm the canary in the coal mine. Okay, I should start putting a canary on my shoulder, a little yellow canary. Y'all can figure it out. So I'm gonna bring up something that assets. Okay, this has nothing to do with the video. This is just a little FYI, a little tip from Fearless Floyd. Okay, what kind of assets do you have? What kind of skills do you have? Because when society collapses, you're going to have some skills, or you're just going to be another useless eater. If you're another useless eater, nobody can see any value in you. No need to keep you around. So, things that you should check out here. See that? Oh, I got to take off my screen share. There you go. See that? That's a sewing machine. That's a skill. Be able to sew. So I am a alterer. I was a tailor at the Havens unit. And this is why I tell you folks, when I went to prison, I did not only survive, but I thrived. I learned every freaking thing that I could. Didn't matter what it was. Learned how to pasteurize milk, cut meat, alterations, tailor, grill cook, floor cook, um, bakery. I learned as much as I could. Here's another little tool. Y'all know what this is? It's a spool of thread, but this is an awl. Okay. And of course, it has this needle and the thread, and there's a little spool inside here. And this is what you use to join leather, vinyl, very canvas, very heavy duty material. It's how you can mend it or sew it. So, if you have a backpack and you're out in the field and you have to repair something, this is what you would want. An awl. This is an asset, as well as the thread. Very handy. So I want to throw that out there to you. Learn some skills. Try to do something that will add value to your life, to somebody else's life, if you ever get into a small community where you need to survive and thrive. All right. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, let's go back. Add one other thing. Oh yeah. Okay, kids, I finally got access to my domain, my website. So I will be updating it here pretty soon. But if you want to pre-register for our private membership association class, just click on this link, send me an email, tell me you want to pre-register, Anne is creating that class right now. I don't know what it's going to look like. Don't even know the cost. Don't know the date. Don't know anything about it yet. All I know is Anne brought it up, and I told her to create it. She got busy on something else, and I spoke with her a couple days ago, so she's working on that now. So we're trying to get stuff pre-registered, and the reason we are doing that is because, as you may or may not know, Anne is a director of humanitarian projects for the entire South Pacific for a certain foundation you've never heard of. And she will probably be in that position, I would say, definitely in June, more likely than not next month. I don't know when. But once that occurs, I'll be doing something similar fashion elsewhere. So I will be tied up as well. So here's Anne's book on trusts. It's the only book you'll ever need for a trust. Has 7 different trusts in here: revocable, irrevocable, the foreign trust with the 98 EIN. And you could get another number besides the 98. I've seen that. Banking deeds, power of attorneys, will and testaments. It just goes on and on and on. Very thorough book. All the templates to create each and every trust, set up your bank account, get your EIN, all the instructions, everything you need is in this book. It's a 2-volume set. They are comb bound. Physical book, 8.5 by 11 on 32-pound paper. I also have an ebook available. Y'all can get them. Just click on right here, go to the store. Or you can just click on the merch. CUSIP's also available if you want to go access those. And of course, the classes that are available, still available as always in Telegram. So you will have to have a Telegram account to access the classes. But there's all kind of package deals in here, singulars. Also, I have pink Himalayan salt lamps. They're pretty cool. Online notary services, firm mailing book. If you want to get those, there's a soft cover book for. Actually, that should be $249, $259. I don't know why it's $240 or $259. Because the physical book is $259. Oh yeah, soft cover book. That's the right price. Ebook is $240. There you go. There's the ebook. So if you want the ebook, there you go. If you want the ebook and soft cover combo, it's $359. It's $100 off, more than $100 off. Soft cover book is $259. Actually, 2 of them. I need to change this picture because that's the original first edition, which is behind me here. And if you want autograph books, $399. And then this is the big bamboozle. Every class, the book, and the soft cover. I've got all kind of packages in here. And I'll be updating this shortly, so stay tuned. And show sponsor, Mortgage Audits Online. You need a CUSIP, or you need a forensic audit of mortgage, auto, credit card, personal, any type of loan. They'll do a forensic audit, present you with the evidence. You can submit it to anybody that you want. You put in Fearless in the code. When you go to Sean's website, mortgageauditsonline.com, he will send you a free $295 information kit. If you're gonna buy a house, get a loan, buy a car, anything, just go to his website, read what he has available on his website, mortgageauditsonline.com, right here. Just put a link in here. Oh yeah, it's right there. All you do is click on that link. And I do have merch, but I'm going to redo it because I don't like any of this. I will have new merch coming out pretty soon. The call button doesn't work, so I don't know what's up with that. But I'm going to update this because, we have some new people we need to add to that. So again, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about the illustrious Chris Hauser now that you know for a fact that he is an admitted sovereign citizen by his own words and not something that Fearless Floyd's just making up on the fly, right? Get back over here. All right. Awaken, just learning about him. Does he land with Pass to Freedom? No. Chris Hauser's his own animal. Actually got kicked out of his own Telegram room, if that tells you anything. Blue sky. So what do you do with it? Do with what? Blue sky? Awaken. I get it, but can't they label one over any assumption like how YouTube labels you? Don't quite understand that question. All wisdom starts with understanding God's word. Absolutely, blue sky. Yep. That was a reigning view of society from the heavens, Floyd. Well, Sam, I don't live in the heavens, man. I'm guided by my divine creator. I don't really plan anything. Things just happen. They happen for a reason. I'm very blessed in my life. Um, don't have very many wants, desires. I'm pretty much fulfilled. So, yeah, blue sky. I don't have any money. Yeah, nobody does. Hey, Keith Little, what's going on, man? Thanks for showing up. But anyway, I just want to cover this Chris Hauser. This is part two of videos. I was having some issues. Hit me up. You have my number, Keith. Call me. I've got another call coming in about 30 minutes. So, yeah, give me a call. I tell all you guys, just call me, man. Call me because I very rarely do I pick up the phone and call people. I just don't have time. I'd rather you guys call me and interrupt what I'm doing to talk to me. Oh, you be. Yeah, I'm affiliated with the Holy Bible and everything it stands for because it's a blueprint for life. Most people don't read it like that, they just read it the stories. Okay. Yeah, if I have time to jump on, I will. Anyway, call me, Keith. I'm going to wrap this up, folks. Again, this is part two of a two-part because the first part, you know, I'm definitely being messed with. Don't think I'm not for 1 minute because they love to mess with me. Uh, yeah, because they know it exacerbates my PTSD when they stress me out. So that's why I have to find humor in everything. It's difficult sometimes. So thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody being here. I hope you all learned something again about, our illustrious sovereign citizen that we have behind us. You don't have my number? Hang on. I just caught that as I was clicking off. Shit, bro, my number ain't hard to find. My number easy to find. Told you. That easy. Y'all think I'm playing. See, that's how real people roll. They don't hide behind emails, texts, telegrams, aliases. They put it out there on Front Street. All right, brother. Yeah. All right. Let me shut this down. Folks, thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank God I have you all have a blessed weekend and stay safe, stay happy. And we're going RVing. Stay tuned. We're closer than you might actually believe. So that's all I can really say. Y'all have a great weekend. Thank you for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll be back. And I've got a bunch on David Leslie Straight too. Uh-huh. Y'all gonna hear words out of David Straight's mouth. Exactly what he thinks about his clientele. I think y'all are just a bunch of stupid, dumbass sheep. I'm paraphrasing, but pretty damn close. And of course, I went to the source of the video, of the recording, and had a 2.5 hour conversation last night with that beautiful woman. So, you guys know, man, I'm going to dig. I'm going to go get the truth. I'm going to get it. I'm probably going to do a FOIA request with the Harris County Sheriff's Department on the sovereign citizen who got executed over here in Northwest Houston, the videos that I did. Yeah, just to see what the body cam, I want the interaction between him and the officer. We all should see that. You want me to get that for you? Leave a comment below. Send me an email. The Fearless Floyd Show at yahoo.com. I am the Fearless Floyd Show across every social media platform. I may not participate in them, but I'm there. Mainly I hang out over on Telegram, so go find me over there. Send me a direct message. Call me, whatever. Like the video or unlike it, dislike it, or not even do anything at all. But I'd appreciate it if you like it. I appreciate it if you subscribe and hit that notification bell so when I do put out new videos, you are aware that, if YouTube allows it, that you'll get notified that I've put out a new video or I'm doing something live. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about me, Chris Hauser, Sovereign Citizen Movement, Association with Sovereign Citizens. But please, folks, don't tell me that sovereign citizen is an oxymoron and it doesn't exist, because I think I've proven that to be a fallacy today. Thanks for watching. Again, appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you on the next one.